Oh man, how can it get any better? Really? The show is. This keeps on going to newer and newer heights. Even though this episode was all Korra, um, is awesome. I thought I would have been not not disappointed. I wouldn't be disappointed without seeing it all the other characters, but I was pretty enjoyed the. I enjoyed the flashback, the present, and where she's going, where they were going with this. And I was appreciative of the little tease at the end of the first episode. I was pretty content that they didn't get to Korra, because they did give us a lot of action with Quivira and where they're going with that. Introducing us to new characters and and like basically setting it up. Now it's Akara for us to understand, how she got to the Earth Kingdom MMA fight. So the second episode starts there. It starts like right after she leaves, and we learn that she's hallucinating. Throughout the whole episode, she's seeing this dark, evil version of herself. We don't know if it's. I don't know if it's a dark, evil version, but it's pretty dark. Its glowing eyes are glowing dark. It's in the dark. But we discover that she's basically running away from it, because she first sees it when she leaves the Water Tribe to the Northern Water Tribe to go to Republic City, but she sees this creature or spirit, or unless you want to call it, at the top of the mountain, right, but right before the city, and she turns away. Um, it comes to it comes to me to say, did she know? Does she know what it is? Is it something that What? Why is she running away from it? Is it Rava trying to, get back with her, or But we learn in the beginning of the episode, we are led to believe she's hallucinating. She's going crazy. Well, people around her think she's going crazy, and we see this dark vision in the alleyway, and then she fends it off by firebending, and then we are flashed to 3 years before, back. We are flashed back to 3 years. I mean, back in time 3 years before. I'm assuming this scene was after the ceremony where everybody said their goodbyes to her. She's getting on the boat to go with her family to the Northern Water Tribe. Um, you know, she leaves. Bolin is amped that she's leaving. First time gonna have a pen pal. He's gonna write letters after letters after letters, and the way I like the Bolin character because the way he talks is funny, and then he could talk. He's just entirely totally funny. And then Asami does the whole I don't know. This is I would say female romance, but kind of get the lesbian vibe from her. Like, end of last season, she's like, is there anything you need? Like, is there anything you need? I'll do it. Well, she said it something that way, but I don't know if that's exactly. I don't remember if that's exactly. She said it like that in a very, provocative. I don't know. Like I was like, oh, this little lesbian thing won't be bad. Won't be bad. But we find out later in this during this episode, the only person she could really talk to about it is Asami. So I don't know. It might be a little introduction to something there. I don't know. I don't know. You people could hate on me all you want if I'm wrong, but I hope I'm wrong. We find out Korra's having nightmares of the attack with from Zahir. Her mother suggests her go see Katara. Katara has like this healing. She has like this healing room. She's like a masseuse type. I don't know, but she's a healer, and she's healing Korra in the pool, and Korra, Korra is not, Korra is not feeling too great because what happened to her, and then she's in a wheelchair. She can't dress herself. She can't bathe herself. She needs assistance for everything, and she's tired of it. Katara, relates to a situation of being helpless. We see that Katara gets her to move, gets her, motivated to move her big toe. We also, you know, see Katara's getting her to walk, but she starts to walk, but she sees another vision of Zahir, and she falls, causing it to fail. And eh, it just keeps happening and happening, and we learn that it's not physically she's getting better, but mentally she's not. She's too stuck on the Zahir thing to be focused. And then we get into the scene, most interesting scene in the whole show is the letters from Asami, Mako, and especially Bolin's especially Bolin's letters, because we see her read Asami's letter, we see him read Mako's letter, and then we see in Bolin's is like a stack of letters on the table from Berlin. And, they're updating them on what they're doing. Asami wishes that she could be there with her, hinting to the same thing again. But Asami wishes her to be she could be there with her. Mako is telling her about his great detective work, how he's staking out, this group. And Bolin, he tells that he is working for he's joined the likes he joined up with Varric. Oh, that's his name. Varric the Swindler, and Corvier, and he basically is working towards stabilizing the Earth Kingdom. I ain't say how he said it, but if you watch the episode, and please watch the episode, it's on Nickelodeon. It's on Nickelodeon.com's website. Go watch the episode. It's a really funny scene. It's the way he's talking. It just cracks me up. It just cracks me up. It's like it's typical Bolin style. It's typical Bolin style. And I still don't know the title of this show, which pisses me off. It's either the Forgotten Ones or the Korra is Alone. I hope it's Korra Alone. I think it's Korra Alone. But the next scene is pretty interesting. Pretty interesting because Korra, I wouldn't say yells or you know, Katara's there to help her. Katara's there to help her. I understand. I understand. Life is stressful for her. She can't walk. She can't clothe herself. She can't bathe herself. I know shit's hard. Damn, you don't have to take it out of her, a guitar like that. She took it. She just lashed out a little. She just lashed out. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. And then Cora, Qatar just looked at her. I thought Qatar was gonna put her in her place. Like I thought Qatar was gonna put her in her place. Um, but I was really, I don't know. I don't know. Oh, I thought she was gonna be like, listen here, Sister Grand, It's like, but she just reminds her that things are hard. You're not the first Avatar to lose a lot, and basically lost a whole nation of airbenders. Basically, put that in perspective to your thing. She basically was like, put that in perspective to your shit. You just get so small to what he lost, and then Cora agrees and shuts. Well, I want to say shut up, but Cora agrees, and and then she get Cora to do it again, the walking thing. Whenever she was ready, she does the walking thing. She walks towards her her pet animal, and I'm sorry if I don't know every character's name in the show. It's really hard. And she walks, and I kind of believe say this scene is the scene where it marks her. where she starts her journey, not of recovery, not of this is basically her saying fuck what happened to me. I'm gonna do better. So we're back in the present. We go back and then we see her walking. We don't know where she's at. She's in the Earth Kingdom, but we don't know where. Um, I don't think she's nowhere near Republic City, but she's near the swamp areas of where we first met the swamp waterbenders and and Abbott's and the last Airbender because in the last Airbender we met these waterbenders who were who lived in the swamps, and I think they don't say where she's at. And then she meets this dog that ends up being a spirit. The dog version of the spirit fends off of her dark spirit, and then she's surprised that the puppy sees it, and she's like, so I'm not going crazy, so I'm not seeing that shit, so this is real. And then dog basically runs off and then looks back and is like, gives her that dog look like, come follow me. And then she follows it. And then we go back into the flashback. And then Tenzin's like a father figure to her. So when Tenzin came to see her, she's amped up. Just like when they first season where she was very she had the confidence, she had the spirit to do, like she could do what, like she could do anything, she could take out anyone, but didn't know airbending, so she couldn't do it. So we see that again. We see paying they're taking stuff and playing with it. And then she's not doing too well. She fights these three firebenders, and she does really well. She's doing really well until she sees Zahir again. And image of Zahir takes her down. And you know, Tenzin does his talk to her, tells her she needs to be patient. You know, it tells her she needs to just be patient, and the stuff in Republic said we got it, we got it. We got it. The airbenders are back. We got it for you. Don't worry about that. Don't let that stress you out. Just relax. Let's take your time. Take your time. And then what's after that? So Korra sends. She's been speaking to Asami, and then we go. She asks her parents' permission to leave Republic City, and they agree. But she wants to go alone. I was like, I would have been like, what? You want to go alone? Why you want to go alone? But we find out. We see a new animal, fish bats. I didn't know fish bats existed till now. And fish bats, because they come out. This came out of the water. I was like, oh shit, fish bats. Oh wow. No, well, I think they're dolphins and fish merged together. I don't know if anyone sees a scene, let me know what type of animal it's merged into, because we saw in the first episode, um, hippo cows. That was cute. Hippo cows. So Korra tries to stop a group of bandits. She comes upon this village and she tries to stop a group of bandits, but she's not all recovered. Why she tries to tries to stop a group of bandits? Well, I would say two bandits, but because she meets this dude. I think this is the same place, and if I'm not forgetting, I have to go through every season of Last Avatar. But it looks like a place that Aang has visited, and Aang is doing that thing again in the picture, the thing that he does, and And it's funny. So this guy's like, "Wait, you're the Avatar? Oh, I can't take a picture. I got the one of the last Avatar. I don't want to take a picture of you. I want on my Avatar wall. Oh, wait, you're the Avatar. There's some bandits over there. Can you stop them?" So yeah, that's the reason why she went to attack the bandits, and because she's not fully recovered, she epic failed. Um, Korra sees her dark version for the first time and turn when she's heading to Republic City on the mountain. Like I said, on the mountain, she sees her dark version of her holding a chain, all gangster like, waiting for her. But she gets afraid and then she turns the boat around. She basically changed clothes. She finds herself somewhere, and then she changes clothes to Earth Kingdom style, from Waterbending to Earth Kingdom colors, and she throws her water band, Water Nation band, into the water, and chops off part of her hair, kind of like similar to what Zuko and his uncle did. I think it was. I don't know if it was the end of the first season or in the middle of the season. They basically chop off. They had these little pieces and they of their hair, almost like a ponytail. But I forget what it's called. But they chopped it off, so it's kind of getting homage to that because they too had to chop it off in order for them to blend. Korra did it so no one would recognize her. Same thing as Zuko and his uncle did, and they ended up in Ba Sing Se opening up a coffee shop. Maybe, maybe, maybe Cora might open a spa, open up a spa somewhere. Um, so yeah, she throws her band in the water, her Water Nation band. We see her. Cora goes to the spirit world and sits down at the tree of time. And she's trying to reconnect with Rava. She's trying to reconnect with her past lives. She's interrupted by these little tiny spirits who don't recognize her. They argue if that's her. And then she's just like, I am the avatar. I just have a different hairstyle and a different clothes. And it's like, oh, where you been? Where you been, ma? They're like, it's kind of like, it's kind of they're kind of like, where you been? Where you been? I go to one of them said, where you been, ma? But they're like, where you been? And it turns out, she just tells them I've been injured, da, 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 da. And then one of them offers to help her, and then she turns their offer down because she kind of feels that she has to do this on her own. And I think that's the smartest thing Cora's ever said. She needs to do things on. She needs to do this on her own. She needs to figure out how to deal with her own problems. Um, Cora sends letters to her parents to let her know she is in Republic City. She's at the Air Island, and she's having a good time, but she's taking it easy, which is all bullshit because she's wandering around nations. It looked like she was back in the Water Nation because there was ice, and then the second one was lava, and then Earth. But wherever she went, she saw. It seemed like her dark version was just lying in wait, just stalking her. Her dark version is just stalking her, and we don't know because in every scene of where she was going, her dark self was there, waiting, just there. But we learned that her dark self eventually leads her to the underground MAA earthbending fighting arena. And she asks the guy, "How do I get in there?" Because she sees her dark self in the arena. And the reason why she lost that fight, thank God, is because she was not seeing the opponent, but she was seeing her dark version. and she believed that she's fighting her dark version. That's why she lost. And her dark version has some superhuman power. She's able to move really, really fast, zip through one location to the next. But yeah, that's why she lost the fight, and it's pretty sad. This is still we're still in the flashback phase, and we end up back, when she's in the alley where she sees her in the beginning of the episode where she sees her spirit, and then we no, actually no, we see her lose, and then it is fade, the image fades, and then we see her, we introduce to her following the puppy to the swamps, and she's like, "Why are you leading me to the swamps?" And then the puppy reveals himself as a spirit that was in the spirit world that tried to help her. And and she's like, "Why you didn't tell me who you were?" The spirit was like, "You wouldn't have followed me if you knew," which is the truth. You would not have known, and you would not have followed her if you knew. Um, so the spirit wanders. She tries to follow the spirit and wanders, and she runs into herself again, her dark self, where it's very interesting. Her dark self is like there and waiting, lying, waiting. Her dark self basically, this is the showdown. Her dark self attacks and fights her, and she tries to fight back. It's not working, and her dark self uses her ghetto chain and snatches her and tries to lure her into into basically a pool of the pool of the poison that she was poisoned with. I don't think that was metal liquid. That was like a pool, and she pulls her into it, and then she passes out, and then she awakens in some cave. It looks like a cave, but it looks like it's underneath the tree because it's all viney and stuff. And she awakens and to discover that the character that everybody's been asking about where she's at, what happened to her, Toph, is revealed. And Toph, I thought she'd have been a lot taller because she looked a little taller. I guess because that was the metal bed. But yeah, she runs to Toph. The lady's like, I recognize. And then she said something about like, I guess your avatar spirit brought you here. And then no, Toph asks her why you were out there, and then she was like, I was following a spirit, and then um to help me find something here for my avatar state. And then she was like, oh, your avatar spirit must have brought you here. And then she was like, oh, wait, I ain't saying nothing about no avatar. Wait, you know who I am? And it's revealed that she's like, yeah, I know who you are. I can feel everything. And then she's like, oh. And then she's like, wait. And then Korra gets a little closer. She's like, oh, Toph? And she's like, it's nice to see you again, Twinkle Toes, Twinkle Toes. And the lady's old, and she's still calling the Avatar Twinkle Toes, which cuts to the end of the episode. And my favorite part of the episode has to be, I was saying, my favorite part of the episode um, is that fight between herself and her dark self. Um, that was the most entertaining. My favorite scene in the first episode is when Korea comes across those bandits, and like her metal bending is phenomenal. The way they did her bending was extremely dope. Um, but I'm gonna put my five favorite images from the show. Uh, I don't know if I'm gonna. Yeah, five. My five favorite images from the show. of the second episode right after at the end of the video. So it's gonna be probably it's gonna be a combining of both uh, episode one, episode two. But if you have not seen the show, I recommend you do not watch this because I'm not gonna go through the whole hassle of making a non-spoiler and a spoiler video. Overall, episode one, episode two is phenomenal so far. I can't wait to see what happens and what's the next episode is gonna be about. I believe that Toph is gonna be the one to help her, get the Avatar connection back. And then we're gonna have a real Legend of Korra Avatar. Just like we've seen in the past episodes, not season one, but I think season two, she was more of no, well, I would think last season she was more of Avatari, you know, as she's taking the role of the Avatar, and she's more of the role of the Avatar. Right now, it seems like by going through the spirit world, traveling, she's searching for a way find to reconnect with her past lives and Rava, because the spirit said we couldn't even sense Rava within her. So since last season that had an issue, so she's trying to get back into the Avatar state. She's trying to reconnect with Rava. She's trying to get her past lives. Um, what do you think is gonna happen in the next episode? What do you think is gonna happen throughout the whole season? We already know who our big villain is. We already know where most of our character. We've been given the seed of where our character is gonna be. We have the plan. Um, do you think it's gonna unfold? So, thank you for watching. Thank you for surviving. The subscribe, comment, like, do what you do as YouTuber fans, and just hit me up. Let me know what you think. Comment. You could hit me up on my Twitter. You could email me on my Gmail. Usually, it's YouTube since YouTube and Google are merged. You can just hit me up anyway. Um, yeah, that's it. And this was the creative. This was the creative concepts with a Z at the end. Review of A Legend of Korra, episode one and episode two. Um, Come back because there's gonna be more each week. Each week I'm gonna do an episode just like this. And if you don't like it, you don't like it. If you do, you got the like and dislike button. So either way, still gonna do it until I get you people to like it. All right. Bye.